I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With that, let's get you over to Raymond James Stadium for the home opener. On the call, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they're led out by a guy who's done just about everything you could ever imagine to do in this league, the great Tom Brady.
It's been a lot of fun watching him develop in his career. But that will to win, he's had that probably since birth, and it transmits itself throughout his entire ball club. Watching him play, it can be an absolute joy unless you're on the other team.
Double time, double time. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
Throwing on first down is Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing now is Brady. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. To try again after the sack. Brady, open man, Gronkowski complete. A first down there on a pickup at 25. This is one thing you can't do with Tom Brady. Let him get in a rhythm, let him get rolling early.
Every time you talk about Tom Brady or any other great quarterback, you always talk to the defensive guys and they say, you got to get him off his spot. What they mean by that is when you go back 3-step, 5-step, 7-step drop, and they just hit the same spot, and then they're set up to throw the ball, get them to move a little bit, get them to hold the ball. And the pressure that affects just about any quarterback, right up the middle. Remember the Super Bowl? Atlanta's best success came up the middle pressure, what we call gut pressure.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Again, it's Brady. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Brady to throw again. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on 3rd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Right here, right here. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, bang.
On play action, Winston. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Kamara. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
You have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And that's complete to Sanders. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Winston. Finds the former Northwestern Wildcat, Austin Carr. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. No, no, no. Off. Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Ready.
Winston, the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Single receiver. Hey,
Jameis again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now Winston under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
One thing I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And the pressure gets to him again.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady caught by Jones. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. To throw is Brady.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Brady's throw there complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. From 13 yards out, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You going to yell at me? You go cover him.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Hi.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Winston now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. That'll be complete to Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, it's Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try it.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. He completes it to Jones. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Right there, 56. Here we go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady, complete to Jones. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Brady going to throw, and that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Throwing again, Brady. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones in the final seconds of the first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Gay is on for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And the Panthers are out in front as they play the second quarter. Curtis Samuel, a touchdown reception. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail the visiting Green Bay Packers as that one's gone to halftime. Aaron Rodgers with 2 touchdown passes. In the game you're watching, it's who else? Tom Brady with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more.
And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
So after the INT, it's Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Hey, set. Round 80. Round 80. I got it. Alpha.
Now Brady. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. T.J. Logan, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 21-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the defensive unit now for the Buccaneers onto the field. And the interception the last time, their 3rd takeaway of the game, Charles.
They're just flocking to the football so well. And not only are they doing that, they're making big-time plays and taking it away from them. Big hits, big plays. They're looking very good in this ball game.
You said flocking, flying to the football. Coaches always use that, don't they?
They really do. It's almost as it goes back to the old, when they click off the frame at the end of a play, they want to see all 11 defensive guys in that picture. But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Jameis to throw it. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action. Winston. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, it's Kamara. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he finds Cook. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Jameis now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Devin White, the rookie out of LSU, there to bat that one away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you'll have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Here's Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now. You remember last week they defeated the Carolina Panthers here. Good momentum.
Hey, set, play, 20. Stay with your man. Hey, 56.
Brady now on first down. Jones has it. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Brady now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Brady 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Buccaneer first to pick up of 12 yards.
It appears that
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And now look at him go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Interception all day, baby.
Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
I'm coming after you. Cover.
Here's Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Over the middle, complete. It's Logan. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Throwing now is Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Logan. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Brady now on first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take him go like turtle.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston over the middle. It's Jared Cook. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Winston. He's going to loft one. Oh, wide open. Complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints get a bit closer. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
This complete to Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. To throw, it's Brady. Caught by Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? That's going to back them up almost a full 10 yards. It's going to be a loss of 9 officially, and it's 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. An 11-yard touchdown as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Winston.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. To throw is Winston. He's got Smith here. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll throw again. Winston. And Cook has it left side. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. To the air again with Winston. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Emmanuel Sanders, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Bucs are on this one. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He's going to let it fly. He's got it at the 15. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Bucs, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.